What if your video could generate its own soundtrack? Not just a random background track, but music and sound effects that actually follow what's happening on screen. Welcome back to Nexcopeai, your shortcut to the smartest tool on the market. Today, I'm testing a new feature inside ACE Studio called Video Composer. It's basically an AI audio assistant that watches your video, builds the soundtrack, and gives you editable clips instead of a single one-and-done file. Let's see how it works. If you've ever edited a video, you know how long music and sound design can take. Finding the right track, adding sound effects, trying to sync everything to cuts and motion. ACE Studio is already known as an AI music studio where you can generate vocals, instruments, and full tracks. Now, with Video Composer, they're extending that workflow into video-based scoring and sound design. Instead of manually building everything, the AI analyzes your video and generates music and sound effects that match the scenes, while still giving you full editing control.
I'm starting with a blank project inside ACE Studio.
The main interface is the timeline. ACE calls this the canvas. This is where the video and audio clips will be placed and edited. I'm going to use a PUBG gameplay clip. I'll drag that video directly onto the canvas. That automatically creates a video track with its original audio. Now, instead of keeping that, I'm going to remove it so we can rebuild everything using AI. I'll right-click the clip and detach the audio. Then I'll mute or delete the original track, so we're working with a clean video. This way, we can clearly hear what the AI generates. Next, on the right side, you'll see the AI Agent panel. This is where you interact with the system. Think of it like a chat assistant, but instead of generating text, it generates music and sound design based on what's happening in your video. Let's start by generating music. If I don't select a time range, the AI will generate music for the entire video. But if I select a specific section on the timeline, it will generate music only for that range. The selected time range actually appears in the chat, so the AI knows exactly where to work. And since this is a gameplay scene, I want something intense and immersive. I'll try a prompt like, create a cinematic action soundtrack with a tense and energetic vibe for a battle scene. Once I send the prompt, the AI starts analyzing the video, the pacing, the movement, the action. After a moment, the music appears directly on the timeline as clip. Now, let's add sound effects. Instead of placing effects manually, I can just describe what I want. For example, add gunshot enhancements, movement sounds, and impact effects for action moments. The AI then generates the sound effects and places them directly on the timeline. So, instead of one flat audio track, you now get multiple sound layers that match what's happening in the video. This makes the whole scene feel much more dynamic and immersive. Once the clips are generated, you still have full control over editing. For example, in my case, I wanted to add more gunshot sounds to better match the scene, so I selected a specific range on the timeline and asked the AI to generate additional effects for that part. I also extended the track to keep the intensity consistent throughout the clip. Another way I added more gunshot sounds was by duplicating an existing track and moving it to match specific moments in the scene. This gives you a lot of flexibility to fine-tune everything exactly how you want. Also, I can adjust clip volume, fade in and fade out, or cut the clip if I want to refine timing. I can also press M to open the mixer and balance all the audio tracks together. If something feels too loud or unnecessary, I can mute or deactivate it instantly. So the AI creates the full first draft, but I still control the final result. One quick note about the workflow. Video Composer is currently in beta, so features are still being polished. Right now, you can't export the final combined video directly from Ace Studio. The current workflow is to export the generated audio, then bring it into your video editor, like Premiere, Final Cut, or CapCut, and sync it with your video. According to Ace Studio, full video export is planned for a future release, so this limitation should be temporary. Overall, what I like about Video Composer is the balance between automation and control. The AI analyzes your video and generates music and sound effects automatically, but instead of locking everything into a single track, it places editable clips on a timeline, so you can still tweak timing, adjust levels, and shape the soundtrack exactly how you want. If you want to try Video Composer, you can check it out inside Ace Studio using the link in the description. This is Nexcopeai. See you in the next one.